Good morning, gentlemen. This is the preview for next week, which we've got some tasty what's it called? Tasty matchups. Go through the matchups there. Got my computer on for the first time in God knows how long, just to make this a bit easier for myself. Right, so obviously, bottom of the table clash is myself, Peaky and De Bruyne versus Chudley Cannons 3. Then you've got Bukkake Jackies versus the Scranton Stranglers, another good game. Then we've got Colo versus Tin. And then we've got the top of the table clash. So we've got both top of the table clash and bottom of the table clash this week. We've got STP versus Sani and Mani Happy Days. So the first game I'm going for is myself versus the Chudley Cannons. And just having a quick look at some stats. My team is lacking a high point scorer. My highest point scorer is Dejan Lovren with 14.62 points per game, but he's only played 2 games, so you know that's a bit skewed. We haven't got a good, good set of stats there, because he's only played 2 games and he has played well in them 2 games. But obviously Lacazette's only scored about 13 points per game, and he did shite all for me last time out when I needed him the most, so he might be for sale. And I've got that Alexander Zinchenko, but he's only played 1 game and he has got 13 points. Rest of them are pretty average. Most of them are below 10 points a game, which is where it's hurting us the most. Well, I've picked up some new additions like Davinson Sanchez and Nicholas Otamendi, and they're about 11 and 12 points each on average for fantasy points per game. But again, both Tottenham and Man City play each other this week, and I've got 3 Man City players and 2 Tottenham players. So you know, they could potentially cancel each other out, especially since most of them are defenders. De Bruyne should be back this week. Now, hopefully he can make the difference for me in my clash. So if we'll go over to Chudders, or Chundering and Go-Kart. And again, he's in a pretty similar position to me. His best scorer on average is Michael Keane, which is an Everton defender. They have Man United at the weekend. Mane appears to be out, or could potentially be out. Late fitness test with his thumb. Doesn't know why he needs his thumb to kick a ball, but there we go. And then again, you go down, he's got a couple on 12 and 11, 10 points, and the rest are under 10 points. So again, this is probably going to be a tight clash. Might come down to just one player's magic, De Bruyne. And yeah, I could do with a win, really could do with a win, but looking at our teams, they're both as shite as each other really. So it'll be a real stalemate probably. Alright, for the next game we have Bukkake Jackies versus the Scranton Stranglers. So if you just let me quickly find the teams. Who have we got here? That's Colo. Here we go, Scranton Stranglers. We've got Jamie, or Gabe, or Kevin McLeod, or and he's got a good couple of players actually. He's got David Silva, who's quite a high scoring on average per game, with 17 points. Salah, again, he's not having the best seasons, but they're playing against Cardiff, so potentially he could get a hatful against them. He's averaging 14 a game. And then we'll go down, and again, to be fair, 12, 11, 10. Bit better average than the previous 2 teams, but again, he's going to be relying on David Silva and Salah to be coming up with the goods. And again, I think obviously City might have a difficult time against Tottenham. They probably shouldn't, but they might do. He's got Ali out, or potentially out. Doesn't actually say when I hover over it. It's just a broken fly, or hamstring, yeah, so he's definitely out for next game. And obviously he's got Sanchez out for the next game, so we'll just quickly go and have a look at Spartacus's team. the Bukkake Jackies. Once I find them, I wish they were friggin' labelled. Here we go, Bukkake Jackies. He needs a win to silence the haters, and he's got Harry Kane, who, you know, he's scored a couple of goals, but his average is way down. In fact, on average, obviously this is just an average, Kyle's highest average scorer per game is 11 points. Not really great. Even I've got a 14 pointer. But yeah, so we'll go down, and most of them are 10 or below for most of his players on average. But again, Harry Kane's always got a goal in them, but I think they might struggle against City, so he's got quite a few Tottenham players there, and he's got a couple of City players, so again they could be cancelling each other out. Sturridge playing Cardiff, whether he'll get a game or not. He's right at the bottom with 4.79 points, but he hasn't really... Well, he has played. He's played 7 games. I didn't think he'd been getting much game time, but there we are. Oh, I think Gabe's got to wrap this one up. See them scoring points against Crystal Palace. Obviously, got Van Aanholt. Won't cancel anything out, in my personal opinion. Yeah, so I think Sadio Mane could get the victory here. And if that's the case, if you bear with me, where's the standings at? If that is the case, no, 7 and 3. It'll be level on wins, but well, in fact, there's 65 points in it, and I don't think he'll win by 65 points, but it just could potentially get tighter at the top of the table there. So anyway, gents, I hope you've enjoyed my little preview. I'm open to trades because I need to build my team. I think I'm getting my defence sorted, but you know, some attackers would be nice. Alright, cheers, gents. The next video I'll be putting in will be me mashing up pasties and fuck knows. I think you should all have a discussion and decide what the third Greg's item should be, whether it's sweet or savoury, for us to mash up with this and down. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, gents. Good luck for the weekend. Gabe's going to wrap this one up, and I think Bukkake Jackie, I don't think you're going to be silencing the haters this week. It was my personal opinion. I could be wrong. Next game we have Colo versus Athletic One Pricked. So if we take a look at Timmy's team first, he has got Eden Hazard scoring nearly 20 points on average per game. He's got a bad back, he's on a late fitness decision, and if he doesn't play, well, we'll just have to see. He's also got Marcus Alonso, who's scoring a nice healthy 14 points. He's got a few on 12, averaging 12 points a game there, and then the rest are below that. But again, I think this Tin squad is holding on to hopefully Hazard being fit. To be fair, he's got a good average. Like, the most of his team are on 8 or above, but then like there's a couple of shit ones. But obviously with mine there was like 3, one good one, 3 on 10 and above, and then the rest were pretty much below 8. So he seems to have a good average there. We'll go and check Colo out now. He's got Mendy, who's averaging nearly 20 points a game. Obviously, again, they're against Tottenham. Might be a struggle. It depends which Tottenham turns up on the day, really, doesn't it? He's got Ryan Fraser, Bournemouth playing Fulham. Again, Fulham not doing fantastic. Not that anyone expected otherwise. I'll just quickly check. Yeah, so I'd have to put Bournemouth to put in a good performance against Fulham, and Fraser could be scoring the points as he continuing scoring the points. We've got Eric Lamela averaging 12 points a game. He's got Ozil, Pogba. To be fair, he's got a decent team, but the players just aren't really playing at the minute. Obviously, Ozil had a good game at the weekend, which has boosted his average. Sorry. Pogba, obviously the Man United team. Man United just aren't doing well this season. I know they've got a 2-2 draw at Chelsea, but you know, they need to build on that this week against Everton and potentially score tin some points. So, oh no, that's not tin, sorry, that is what the hell have I done here? Have I just got confused? Yeah, sorry, score Colo some points, I've just got confused there. So I don't think Colo's got a bad team, and I think potentially if Hazard's out, you could be looking at a Colo win. That would be my prediction. And the last game, the top of the table clash, see Sadio Mane. There he is. No, that's STP. Sadio Mane. See Sadio Mane scraped through against me at the weekend. I mean, 20 points in it in the end. But again, his best player on average is Matt Doherty of Wolves, and they're playing Brighton, so he could continue getting the points in against Brighton. He's got Sterling. Again, though, we've said this, I'm not going to repeat myself about City versus Tottenham. He's picked up Gylfi Sigurdsson, who I dropped in the first week, it was the first couple of weeks after he had, after Everton were playing shit, and so was he, and then all of a sudden he's just become magical, so he's nearly on 16 points average a game. So his top three players are averaging 16 points a game. Aubameyang's on 13, and then he's got Marko Arnautovic on nearly 11, and then the rest are below 10. But again, we've got Wolves against Brighton, a couple of clean sheets potentially, especially without Glenn Murray for Brighton. Might be lacking the finishing touch. And yeah, just having a look further down. Some of his players have hard games. But then again, Joseph Gomez playing Cardiff, that should be a guaranteed clean sheet, you'd think. But yeah, so we'll move along to see STP's team, sitting pretty at the top of the table, the handsomest pervert I know. And Kieran Trippier scoring him the points on average, 16 points per game. Aguero, 15 points a game. Again, they could potentially cancel each other out. And then he's got Shelvey on Twitter. That's a surprise. Didn't realise John Joe Shelvey was averaging nearly 13 points a game, but there we go. So I'm just looking at the team here, and Ericsson, Kyle Walker's injured. Potentially could be back though, but again, could be cancelling each other out. Shaqiri not really scoring the points for Liverpool. Right. As to be fair, I'm looking at STP's team, and it's not the best squad. Coming from the bottom of the table now, but it's not. Obviously, he's got his high point scorers at the top with Trippier and Aguero, but outside of that, it's not really great. So I don't know. This could be a tight game. Saying that, I think STP. It all depends on Matt Doherty's performance for Sadio Mane, for Jura. Obviously, Aubameyang against Crystal Palace, you'd expect him to get a few. Do you know what? I might have to go with Sadio Mane here. Aubameyang starts, Sigurdsson, I say Everton are against Man United, but I think it's going to be a tough game. Arsenal are playing Palace, so you'd expect them to play well, and when he's got Mkhitaryan, Xhaka and Aubameyang from Arsenal,